Today we are going to make a yellow jacket wasp trap out of a 2-liter soda bottle. First thing we're going to do is cut 1/3 of the top of the bottle off. So figure out what 1/3 of the bottle will be, and I will say right about here. Looks pretty good. And what I will do is I will measure that for you. Alright, what do we got? From the top of the cap down to my cut is going to be 4.5 inches. That looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do is, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make another mark 180 degrees from that at 4.5 inches. We want a straight line as possible. What I'm going to do is take some tape and we're going to go all the way around our bottle to try to get a straight line. Even doing this, this will give us a guide, because what I'm going to do is use a box cutter to cut that bottle. Let's put our gloves on, seeing that we're dealing with a razor blade here. I've had plenty of times where I slipped with a razor blade. We don't want that. So I'm going to try to follow that tape. So gentle. Okay, we're about 1.5 inches away. When we get close to the end, we want to probably go even slower. About 1/2 inch away. There it is. Now that we have the 1/3 of the top cut off, we're going to take our bottle, invert it so it goes into the main part of the body of the bottle. Push down oh so gently. Try to get it even. Now we're going to make 2 holes, 1 inch from the edge of the bottle, That's one hole, and the other hole should be opposite of that one. So 180 degrees from that hole. Right about there. About an inch from our top. There. So now we're going to have to drill one hole there. And the other hole opposite of that one. Because what we're going to do is we're going to put a string in there with a knot on the inside, and that will enable the trap to be hung. So we're going to drill those holes now. Now before we drill our holes, we should secure the top to the main body. You can use a stapler and staple it in 4 different spots, but I don't like that idea, because how do you clean it? How do you take this top off to clean it? If you staple it, it's going to be very difficult, and it could be like a one-use thing. I would like to reuse this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some alien tape. It's that sticky tape that it comes off very easily. So we're going to make about 4 different spots of tape here. I think we'll put one right over where the holes are going to be. And then we will put 2 more pieces of tape about 90 degrees opposite those. I probably should take the tape off, but we'll see how that goes. Now let's put 2 more about 90 degrees opposite. You can try it without this tape. Now that's pretty secure now. So we're going to drill some holes for our cord right now. I'm going to put a little piece of wood to back it up. And the drill I'm using is a 1/16. It's a very small drill. And let's go over and do the other one. Alright, now we're going to switch our drill to a 9/64. I think this is going to be large enough to get our cord through. Whoa there. Alright, let's see if this one's nice and... Okay. Let's see if we can get our cord in there now. Here is the cord we're going to be using. It's a small nylon cord, and it measures 16 inches long. And I've got the ends melted so it won't fray on me. So now we've got to get it in the hole that we drilled. Oh geez, that one went easy. Now we'll make a knot. Okay. Now let's see if we can get the other one in. Oh, this one's going to be a little tough, huh? Depends on how you melted the ends. Let's take this small little screwdriver here and feed it through. Yeah, I got it. Now we'll put a little knot in this one. Okay. Let's see how that is. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. Enough of string, but not too much. And there is the knots inside. Now for the bait. We're going to be using sugar water. This is the solution that we use for our hummingbirds. It's 16 ounces of water to 4 ounces of sugar. So we're going to pour that in our trap. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put 1 tablespoon of dishwashing liquid in here. Geez, a lot of it sticks to the spoon. That's about 1 tablespoon. And of course what the dishwashing liquid does is it cuts the surface tension on the liquid. Because we don't want our bees walking on top of the water. We want them sinking in the water. So that will make them so they'll go right down. All right, we are ready to put it up. Now, one thing about this particular trap right here is if you put it outside, you can see that it's going to be exposed to the weather. So you will have to put some sort of cover over there so the water, if it rains, wouldn't go into the trap. Now, what I'm going to be doing is putting it underneath the eaves of the house, because that's the problem we're having. So it's going to be covered by the eave of the house. So let's get that up in place now. Now if the bees get inside, put one of those fly traps right next to the window. They're attracted to the light. And you can see that this one right here is stuck. Now normally what happens is they bump into it. And once they bump into it, like this one right here, he's in rough shape. He can't do much of anything anymore because he's got all that stuff on him, so they're easy to kill. So these little fly traps work pretty good. Here is the trap all in place underneath the eaves, and it's actually raining out today, so you can see that it's well protected. And so this is where it has to be, because this is where the bee problem is. Alright, so that's all there is to making a homemade yellow jacket trap.